So after 2 months of 18-hour days and more hard drive space than I ever thought I could use, I'm finally free from this project and can get back to making videos for YouTube. So for the last little while, I've had this system where I would sit and edit all day and then I'd render all night. But if you're familiar with video editing and rendering, you know that rendering is about the most tedious process ever. But you can't go and do anything else just in case something fucks up. So as I rendered, I would play video games, on a separate computer of course. And just to put some perspective into this project's length, I played my way through South Park Stick of Truth, Broken Age Act 1 and 2, Wolfenstein the Old Blood, and Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and about halfway through Mass Effect 3 before finishing it. I am completely serious. Okay, enough excuses, let's get back to this. Broken Age, a point-and-click adventure game available on Steam. Now, if Broken Age is good or bad is actually kind of a difficult question to answer. It goes back to that whole can a game be good on story alone question I asked a few videos ago. Did I enjoy the game? Yeah, actually more than I thought I would. I'm usually too impatient to play point-and-click adventure games, as in like, if the story stalls I'll lose interest really quickly, but for Broken Age, the story was so compelling I found myself really wanting to know what happens next. Cutting the game and story down to the basics, you either play Vela, a young woman about to be sacrificed to a giant monster to save her people, or Shay, a young man flying through the galaxy alone with an overbearing computer content on keeping him safe no matter what the cost. The dynamic of being able to switch back and forth between the two stories, while sort of irritating at times, is actually extremely well done. There are some puzzles that need information from one story to continue the next one. The overall dynamic is compelling while keeping the puzzles challenging enough to make it fun, but not so that you get pissed off. And speaking of the overall game, it's just so fucking happy. Man, when did games get so sad? It seems like every fucking AAA title has been pure misery and chaos these last few years. Even after a game like Mass Effect 2, where at every turn your emotions are being taken for a ride, whatever happened to whimsy? Anyway, from the yarn-powered spaceship to the friendly, non-confrontational dialogue, the game is tailored to make you happy or some shit. Broken Age is just lovely to play. And another thing I need to discuss, like I need an opposable thumb on my dick, is Broken Age is a game funded with crowdsourcing. Look, I have nothing against the idea of crowdsourcing. It seems like a great option for funding projects that would likely get laughed out of Dragon's Den. But at the same time in recent years, it's become a platform where stupid ideas and stupid people meet in the middle. Shit, I remember a time where if some idiot wanted to make something stupid like, say, a robotic duck or a hentai-based card game, he would have to pitch his idea to some business execs, and they would laugh at him, and he would leave the boardroom, and maybe, just maybe, he would drop the idea and become a functioning member of society. But thanks to Kickstarter, the same idiot has everything he needs to embarrass himself and his family, but this time on a global scale. And I'm not saying everything crowdsourced is awful. Not at all. I'm just saying the internet is a very dangerous place for stupid people. Right, now, as I try not to twist an ankle stepping off my soapbox, back to the game. So, bottom line. Is Broken Age a good game? Yes. I enjoyed it, and if you're a fan of a good story and interesting gameplay, you might as well. Was the game without fault? Well, not entirely. Some puzzles require counterintuitive thinking, which can cause you serious headaches, especially if you have a hard time following rules. But overall, Broken Age Act 1 and Act 2 was a pleasant experience that I actually enjoyed very much. It successfully took my mind off of editing for a solid 10 hours, and when it comes to video games, what more could you ask for? Well, maybe some gameplay, but fuck it, right?